Ooh, mommy like.
Who's making this stuff?
What the fuck? Shrek 5 has been highly anticipated ever since we saw the amazing Puss in Boots 2 The Last Wish. And I think it's fair to say that we all wished that the animation would not look like this. I mean, seriously, what happened? Shrek's face looks like a squashed grape, Donkey looks like he's been sat on and suffered a prostate exam, even Pinocchio looks off. Fiona is the only one that looks the least impacted by this new style. And where are the rest of Shrek's kids? Shrek and Fiona had 3 children, and the movies made jokes, referenced them in Christmas specials, and cared enough to give each of them names, Felicia, Fergus, and Farkle. And in this trailer, we only see the one, Felicia, who is played by Zendaya. But where are the rest? And why isn't Puss in this announcement trailer? It was clearly teased that he was going back to Shrek at the end of Puss in Boots 2, so coming off of that movie, it would have been super exciting to see Puss back in the mix after 2 solo films. Going back to the kids, it could be that the other 2 are still around, but we only see the one in this teaser, and that better be the case. But those are just some nitpicky observations. Going back to the matter at hand, I just don't get why they would go with this animation style. The animation in the original Shrek movie is so good and still holds up incredibly well today. And we even got a similar style in Puss in Boots 2. The animation had a more 2.5D painted style to it, but still, Puss looked like Puss. But at first glance, I was hit with such whiplash that I couldn't even recognize the characters in this trailer. They all look like they came out of a trash compactor. The animation in the original Shrek films was CGI, and unlike the rest of the 3D animated movies out there, it had a very specific style that no other movie had done before, or since. It looked amazing, but also a touch ugly. There were textures to the character's skin, and slight imperfections that gave everything a more realistic look, without sacrificing the appeal of animation. It was a truly exceptional blend of animation with a touch of real life. And Shrek 5 looks to have sacrificed this drop of real life and leaned full on into cartoony animation. So that unique and exceptional blend of realistic textures that they had incorporated before is now gone. The only positive thing I can say is that the voice actors all sound great. Despite being 15 years, Mike Myers still sounds like Shrek, Eddie Murphy still sounds great as Donkey, but Cameron Diaz doesn't sound right. Her performance seems different. Now that might have something to do with the dialogue they give her.
Ooh, mommy like.
Yeah, that's probably it. But even so, something about her voice just doesn't fit right. But I can look past that and hope that she's given better lines and delivery in the movie. But it's the animation style that I can't forgive. And judging by the discussions online, it seems like the rest of you can't either, because there is a huge backlash over this, and people are pointing out how wrong it looks.
Hello? Yes?
But I don't think it's as bad as Sonic. I mean, come on people, that is a full-on exaggeration. What DreamWorks should have done was followed in the steps of Toy Story. The Toy Story animation got drastically better with each sequel, but still maintained the animation style of the originals. And even the Shrek sequels did this at first. I mean, in the 4th movie, it had gotten noticeably better. And I think everyone, myself included, was expecting a similar upgrade like that. But this looks like a completely different style. And I think that's why people are having such a big shock over this. Heck, it got so bad that Universal even turned off the comments by making the videos suitable only for kids. And the like to dislike ratio is massively in the red.
I think that says it all, don't you?
So, it's fair to say that this is not the reaction that Universal and DreamWorks wanted from the 15-year-long return of Shrek. And geez, talk about boz-eyed. This is worse than the Superman memes. Hopefully it looks better when we see the movie. Or maybe they can restore those imperfections, because the movie doesn't come out until Christmas of 2026, so they should still have plenty of time to fix things. I am still looking forward to this movie because I loved what they did with Puss in Boots 2, and I just think it's the perfect time for Shrek to come back. But I'd be lying if I said I was on board with this animation style. Only time will tell. But what are your thoughts on the new designs for the Shrek characters? As someone who has watched these movies so many times during my childhood, I can notice the difference here. And although it won't stop me from watching the movie, it will be on my mind when I see the film. And that's unfortunate. In honor of Shrek 5, stay tuned as I have an epic Puss in Boots versus battle on the way, which was commissioned by one of my badass patrons, Gregory Bronstein. And you can see my first reaction to the Shrek 5 teaser on there as well. If you want to commission any movie or TV show reviews or versus videos from me yourself, then be sure to also head on over to my Patreon. It supports the channel and allows me to do this full time, and you will get a ton of additional content in return. And don't forget to drop your thoughts about the new animation style of Shrek 5 in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching everyone, and I will catch all of you very soon. Take care.